What's going on, everybody? Broken Games HDR back at it again with another video. So, Jade Raymond has left Haven Studios, the studio that she founded 4 years ago and that PlayStation brought under the PlayStation umbrella because apparently they were so impressed with Jade Raymond and whatever Haven Studios was developing that they got into a partnership and brought this studio into the fold very early in this studio's life without them even really producing anything. And now she's gone. Listen, Jay, as far as I'm concerned, the way the optics look, Jade Raymond is a career finesser, scammer, and con woman. I'm sorry. That's the way I see it. They were working on, by the way, the studio's working on fair games, with a dollar sign at the end of it. Looked absolutely garbage, looked dumb as hell. um, an extraction shooter, and for all intents and purposes, for me, it looked very unimpressive from the little that we've seen and the little that we've heard. Didn't seem very impressive to me, and it was another game that I think was is absolutely going to fail and not work. And y'all know I am an advocate of the live service games and the games as a service initiative. I will continue to be, but I just am against the choices that they've made and how they've decided to go about creating these live service games. Completely against how they've handled it. And I remember, I probably need to find the video, but I believe when we got this news 4 years ago, I brought up the fact that everything Jade Raymond touches, as of recent, she never finishes. She has a track record now of leaving a project before it finishes, or everything she works on gets canceled. Either she doesn't finish it, she doesn't stay the whole time to see the project through, or the project gets canceled. This woman is the epitome of failing upwards. If you've if you look up the term failing up, it has to be Jade Raymond. How does she keep getting put in positions of leadership and power when she hasn't actually produced anything? I've checked, and I'm gonna get into this. This woman hasn't produced anything in about 10 years. Nothing this woman has actually like led and spearheaded, no project she's spearheaded on has come out in about 10 years. The last project that you could really give her credit for coming out was Far Cry 4. I believe it was Far Cry 4, and that was in 2014. We're halfway through 2025 right now. How and why this woman sh- sh- will continue to get work will be completely beyond me. She is living off of the clout of what she did over a decade ago during her Ubisoft days, because that was her rise, her rise to power, her claim to fame was being a producer at Ubisoft and working on different Ubisoft titles. So, PlayStation put out a very short statement. Um, and when it's a statement like this, it kind of tells you a lot. And Bloomberg was the first to report this, I believe. And the only thing the statement says is Jade Raymond has been an incredible partner and visionary force in founding Haven Studios. Um, we are we are deeply grateful for her leadership and contributions, and we wish her all the best in her next chapter. And that's it. That's literally the statement. Like a sentence and a half. Leaving a studio that she founded, not seeing it to completion, not seeing it to release. Now, there are few circumstances where this happens and it doesn't mean anything bad for the project. Very few. right? It's especially in the situation where it's a new studio. I don't think it's that big of a deal if like somebody who uh leaves a studio in other circumstances and they're the lead leaves. Like if it's a, like a 10-year studio, the studio has a long, has a long history. There are veterans behind them that could take up the mantle and continue and take up that position for them. I don't think that's really that big of a deal. But when it's a completely newly founded studio with a, how do I put this? A very risky, unproven game, then that's problematic to me. That points to bad signs to me. This is not a good thing in this situation. In other situations, I don't think it means that much. This one, no, especially given the context and the history of Jade Raymond leaving projects before they're finished, bro. I had little faith. Look, I got little to no faith in. I mean, when you compare like fair games and marathon, bro, it's like a fight to failure. It's literally like a competition of what's going to be the bigger failure. If you ask me, all of them are going to be huge failures. I think Fair Games is going to be a bigger failure than Marathon, but Marathon's going to be a huge failure. What other project is currently in the works? That Gummy Bears game. Funny enough, I don't know anything about that Gummy Bears game, but for some reason, I think that game is gonna do better than Marathon and Fair Games. What are the other projects? I mean, there's the Horizon, multiplayer game that's currently still in the works supposedly. I think that's going to be more successful than all this stuff. As much as people hate on that, but that's neither here nor there. Jade Raymond, like, bro, I hate to put certain things on people's jacket, right? Especially like, the all that incel red pill internet nonsense. Oh, she got this position because she gave everybody blowjobs and all, that type of shit. Like, bro, relax, virgin. They always that they always feel like they're oppressed and everybody else is getting favors. I don't believe in that shit. I believe most people get in the positions they are because of their qualification and their merits. But in the case of Jade Raymond, when she continues to fail to produce something, then it's like, okay, how do you keep doing this? How do you keep doing this, bro? It's just like how I be talking about um Media Molecule. How do they continue to survive layoffs and not being shut down? It's like you either have very compromising pictures of somebody that's high in power, or you give the best blowjobs in the industry. That's the only explanation. You are either extorting and blackmailing somebody, or your blowjobs are amazing. That's it. What other explanation is there? Bro, when you look at Jade Raymond's career. I mean, she worked on, she was with EA and Ubisoft very early in her career, right? Working on games like The Sims, Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed's 1, 2, Bloodline, Splinter Cell, Blacklist a little bit. She was like an executive producer. She's like a producer, which is the ultimate irony. Like her most of her experience in her career is being a producer, and now she cannot produce shit. She cannot release a product, which is what a producer is supposed to do, produce. She can't produce anything now. So she was a producer with, Sims, Assassin's Creed, a bunch of Assassin's Creed games, all the way up to like Unity and well, Unity, she, you know, finally became like a managing director. And Far Cry 4 also a director of that project. And then after that, it's just a series of failure. So everybody remembers the Star Wars project. It was called Project Ragtag, where it was supposed to be like a narrative driven Star Wars game. I believe that might have been the one that Amy Hennig was working on. she was on that project. Never came out. Um, there was like an a Splinter Cell. There was like a Splinter Cell game also in development a while ago. She was supposed to be a director on that. That was like never released or something. Never came out. Remember she was with Google Stadia for a while, about 2 years. I think they might have gave her her own studio um to make Google Stadia exclusive titles. She stayed there about a year and a half. Gone. Yes, Google Stadia was going to be an absolute failure no matter what, but still, she just goes places and doesn't follow through. She never released anything at a at like the last 4 places she's been. Um, and then she was like back at EA Motive again, uh, sometime between 2015 and 2018. Um, and then nothing ever came out of it, and now she's at, she went to PlayStation, never released anything, and we don't know the current status of Haven Studios. Bro, I'm telling you, look at this woman's track record. It is nothing but unreleased, canceled, and I'm leaving. That's her track record. Unreleased, canceled, or I am leaving. That's all she does. That's what defines her career in the last 10 years. There's nothing to symbolize success. There's nothing to there's no proof of concept that shows, "Hey, we should hire this woman for anything." If you want a game to be released, what her track record shows is that you should stay as far away from her as possible. That's what it shows. That's what the evidence shows. The proof is in the pudding. This is failing up, bro. I I need this whatever well, let me not say that. I was about to say whatever this woman got, I need that. I don't know what she doing out there. So maybe I don't need that. Pause. Cause I don't know how she keeps getting away with this, bro. I don't. So um so now Fair Games now has two co-studio heads. Nobody really cares. There's very little faith in this game actually being good when it comes out. If it comes out, I think it'll come out, but because just only because I think they're too far along with it. But I don't think it's going to be a success by any means. And Jade Raymond, listen, if you care about your company, you should stay far away from Jade Raymond. Like, bro. And it's funny. She's kind of like one of those people who get away with it. She is like, I feel like she knows she continues to get away with like this scammy shit. So you'll never she's like almost like a phantom. Like I don't really see her. You don't really hear her talk, do interviews. You never see her nowhere. Like this woman's like a phantom. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like she's a myth because you never hear from her. Like no, you don't really hear nothing about her, bro. She just like works behind the scenes, gets her money, and dips. Hey man, fire. And she's Canadian. Oh, you can't trust these motherfucking Canadians. The only Canadian I like is Wolverine. That's what I always say. The only Canadian I trust is Wolverine. I love my Canadians. I'm joking. Not really. Um, so yeah, that's it, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. Hit the like button. And I will catch y'all on the next video when we learn what other bad decisions. When are they going to make a good? Listen. I believe there are plenty of good decisions, good ones that can prove that the live service initiative is not a bad idea. I believe there's a lot of good decisions that they can make. They're just making all the wrong ones, and it's validating the people who think that this is like a fool. This is fool's gold, or a fool's errand. It's so I feel like it's so obvious. I keep saying, and I get tired of saying it because it's just, bro, make the obvious choices. You have your own IPs that would be more guaranteed successes than what you have greenlit. Guaranteed, more guaranteed successes than what you have greenlit. But you won't greenlight those, but you'll take the risk on these fucking L's. I'm out. I'll catch y'all on the next video. I guess I'm gonna just have to keep saying this shit till I'm blue in the face and till I get proven wrong. I'm out. I'll catch y'all. Peace.